So we moved on to a new project today. No, let me restate that. I tried to move on to a new project today. It didn't make it very far because we had this thing. Dylan's car. It's rough. It needed new struts. It needs a lot, but it needed struts like super bad. Wearing tires. We had a bunch of issues. He was working on that. I was up on my router up there cutting some push sticks for my dad so he didn't cut his fingers off again on his table saw. Again, because he did it a little bit. Just the tips. They're all survived though, so he's good. But this is kind of what happened with Dylan's car. This thing, you guys can see the bolt is stuck in there. I tried to drill it out. Didn't go so well, so I pressed it out. Now we have a lower control arm. Essentially, that's where your strut on the back of a Honda Civic hooks. We're looking for these tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. His buddy took him home tonight, so his car's sitting in my shop now. So while he was doing that, I was helping my dad. I was making him some stuff. I finally cut some hardwood on my router up there, which worked really well. It was awesome. Haven't cut a whole lot of wood, like hardwood. Like this was like, I think it was like hickory, I think is what it was. I don't know a whole lot about wood, but yeah, that's what I was cutting. I'm pretty sure it was hickory. So I cut him some like little push sticks. I'll try to get Dylan to drop some images of it in this video. But while he was doing that, I was up there doing that, and I've been trying to work on my little garage here, you guys. My wife's out of town, and I'm trying to get this done before she shows back up. Don't judge my garage right now, you guys. I have stuff pulling down everywhere that shouldn't be where it's at. This literally looks like a hoarder's garage. I get it. That's what I'm working on. We've had stuff just kind of piled up here. My wife has 2 kilns to do pottery kind of stuff. She's got, I think it's 2 or 3 pallets of like molds to do stuff like this. Like these angels. Similar to that, but like teapots and blah, you name it, she's probably got a mold for it. So she got 2 kilns from her grandma. They're both 220. My air compressor that's in my big shop used to sit right here before I had my big shop. That was my air compressor. Then I have another 220 over here that used to run my welder and my Plaz. And I literally built a bunch of drag cars and suspension and bumpers and all sorts of crap out of this little teeny 24 by 24 when we first moved out here. You guys can see all my wires hanging. This was my paint booth. I used to paint stuff hanging from here. 24 by 24, you guys. This is what I used to work in. Since I built my shop, I kind of let this thing just go to the wayside. I'm going to try to convert it so my wife has a spot to work. I got this heater in here. This thing will blow this place out. It's a ventless propane like fireplace. You run that thing for about half an hour in here and it's freaking so warm in here you can barely handle it. Mainly because I sheeted and insulated this garage when I first moved in. These lights, got them from work, wired them in, and now I'm probably going to go back. So originally I had these bulb lights right there. These used to be bulb lights also, because that's what I had. I got them for free. All these were bulb lights like those ones on the outside. I got these from work. They tore them down from work. So I had these, and then I had the 2 in my loft and the 2 below my loft out in my shop, the top and bottom of my loft. And I have more for my sheds out there because someday I'm going to run power out to my sheds. We're going to have some of these up there. Long term, that's way out there. But for right now, what I'm trying to do is get my wife's kilns in here so she can start doing this pottery, have her place in this little garage to do that kind of stuff. And I really want to use her kilns to powder coat too. So it's a win-win. I'm mainly doing it for her. She's going to say it's for me, but it's definitely for her because I'm going to try to get this done before she comes back. She's coming back tomorrow. You guys can see I haven't even cleared out the shit today. I was helping Dylan most of the day and my dad most of the day, so my shit went on the back burner. Story of my life. But I'm going to try to pull all this stuff down off the walls and set it. This is normally the bay that I park in. I'm gonna try not to block my wife's bay. I'm gonna try to build shelves essentially from there all the way across this entire wall to somewhere in here. And I might ditch all this too, you guys. I don't know. And I'm gonna start building some bike racks over here because I hate this. This whole garage, like you can see, I kind of started doing some organizing over here. The rest of it sucks. A little bit right there, a little bit right there, but I hate all this too. That's all probably gonna go away eventually someday. But I mainly need to get this done, get the kiln put in right here, move my garbage can over, and build all these shelves for all my wife's molds. So she can start doing this because I want her to do it because I know it's something she wants to. It was something her aunt did for a while, and I just want to give her that. So she's out of town, so we're gonna see how far I make it. I literally want to have all these shelves made, sheeted, the kiln here, and all the molds in when she comes home tomorrow. I've made a little ways. I'm gonna show you my disaster. Oi. I have literally destroyed this garage now. There's no turning back now, you guys. But I did make a little bit of ways. I literally got all this taken off the wall, all this, made a mess. You guys see, I don't burn any I don't throw away any boxes. I literally burn them in my shop or I burn them in my fire pit. I don't throw any cardboard away. I always use it, obviously, look. Cardboard, this is a bunch of stuff my wife has too, but yeah, I don't burn any cardboard. I don't throw away any cardboard, I burn it all. But yeah, I got all the shelves taken down. I got all my wife's angels over here and all of her ceramic-y stuff. So I'm working this way. So I got that piece up, I got this one up. You guys can see I got some holes to pad. This literally is only like 7-year-old sheetrock, you guys. I didn't put this in very long ago, but you can see I got some holes already. It's a garage, like that's all broke. I'm not sure how that broke, but you can see the crack right there. Got another hole there that looks like a handlebar on a bike. Like perfect. Holes from that's where my bean shoe boards used to hang. When I took this down, that broke. There was a screw in there and I went to pull it down and it wasn't unscrewed. So I punched a couple more holes in the wall. So I'm gonna patch these. I'm literally just gonna slap some mud in them, you guys. It's a garage. I don't really care that much. I just don't want to see the holes. So I got a little thing of mud. I'm gonna throw some in here, but I'm gonna continue on with my board. I got another 6 foot here, so we'll be like, this one shelf alone will be 14 feet, you guys. It's gonna be a big shelf over there, then a little bit smaller here. This is the upper board that I had on the upper shelf originally that was on top of my cabinet here. That was way up here. So that cabinet used to mount right there. Then I had this long board. It's like 3/4 tongue and groove flooring. That was all the way across the top right there. It didn't go the whole length of the wall, but I am gonna probably do, I honestly, you guys, I haven't 100% decided. I just know that I want one shelf right there is as far as I made it. And I know the kiln's going right here. My garbage can's going next to that. So I'll probably have a shelf somewhere in this area coming down. So I can put kiln, garbage can right next to each other. And then I'll probably have several shelves here and probably a whole nother shelf up there too, you guys. Is kind of what I'm leaning towards. I'm not 100% sure yet. Here we go. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. My GoPro, I hate it. It's fighting me. Anyways, I spent most of the day helping Dylan. You guys heard that earlier. I wanted to show you where I'm at on my little garage. So I've got all this tore off the wall. You guys saw that. I came through, I patched all these holes. I just threw some mud. They're still drying. It's a garage, you guys. It's not like it's my house. It's just in the garage, so I just threw some mud in the holes, trying to kind of patch them up. That's gonna take a while because I put a bunch of mud in those. It wasn't like, literally I should have cut that out and put a piece of sheetrock in there. I just mudded over it. It's a garage. No one will ever know it's there. Once I get all of my garbage back in here, you'll never even see the holes. So I just wanted to fill them. So I filled them, started building this. So what I've done, I got this, I actually bought this thing for my dad a long time ago. It's like I think they call it a pocket jig. I think is what they call it. Essentially what it does, it makes these awesome holes like this. So essentially it's just like toenailing, but this jig makes those holes so you can drill it and then you run your screw in. I've done it on all these corners. You can see I did it here. Obviously you can tell I use this as a form for some concrete. It's still got some concrete on it. Same with here. I got all my holes here. Same with all of these. They all have this same thing. My dad's never used this. I bought this for him for Christmas years ago. This thing's pretty awesome. I gotta admit, it's a lot like toenailing, you guys. Like if you're framing, you kind of like toenail something in. You just go like this and poof poof. It's the same concept. I do this. I've done this a lot with screws, but my dad had this, so I was like, I'm gonna try it. So here's what it's got. So it's got this bit that comes with it. The bit's pretty cool because it's got a stop on it. You can set that at whatever depth you want, and then it comes down and it has this little pilot. So the pilot keeps it straight, and the jig also does too, because that drill is the exact size of that bushing. If you look at it this way, you can kind of see how it kind of comes in at that angle. It works very well, and it's got multiple settings depending on the thickness of your wood. So I'm actually running, so like right here you can see there's a line. So I'm running 2x4, so I'm running it right at 1.5 inches. If you have something thinner, you would just push this and slide it back. It's kind of hard to do with just one hand. Yeah, something like that. So you adjust each one of these sides to whatever thickness you're running on your wood. And literally what it does, you guys, as it runs in this way, it runs that in at an angle so that your screw hits dead center. Sorry, that was bad. Dead center this way. So as you're essentially toe screwing, this jig allows you to run it in this way. And it runs the center line of this 2x4, so 1.5 inches, and it hits dead center in the wood you're trying to screw into. It's a pretty neat little tool. It's got a bunch of screws and stuff that came with it. It's like a full little kit. I bought this for my dad years ago, and he's literally never used it. But it comes with like all these like T-bits, and then it comes with like plugs that goes in like the angled holes, whether you're using plastic or wood. And it's got this big long driver for essentially like a T2 square bit, and then the Allen wrench to tighten the little collar on. It also had this silly little thing that's supposed to go there so you can clamp this. I literally ditched that thing. It was fighting me more than it was worth, you guys, because literally what I'm doing is I'm putting this on here and I'm clamping it. So I'm lining up the edge of this and I'm clamping it like that. And then I'm sliding it over here and I'm clamping from this side and drilling my hole. You can see there's 2 holes, one on each side. I didn't like how close these were together if you just ran them right there. So I kind of went like this, and I drilled this side, I slid over, and I drilled this side. It's working pretty good. Damn. I kind of feel like it's a little close to the edge on both sides. I wish it was just a little bit further in, but I don't like how close if you just put it centered and drill it. I think that it's too close together. I mean, you guys can see that. It's literally maybe 1 inch center to center, and I don't like it. So I spaced it out. You guys can see how much further mine is than this. If I wish I had a better way to show you this. Maybe there. So you guys can see that's how far apart I'm drilling them. This is how close they are together. If you just slid that jig in right there, that's about where your holes would be. I wanted them a little further apart. I'm not 100% sure I like it like side to side like that. It's a little far apart. This is too close to me. I wish I was somewhere in the middle, but it is working very well. And man, this thing is like, there's no vertical supports going down this way, you guys, right now. And this thing's pretty stout. Like, it's barely moving when I pull on it. I'm gonna put a post right here. Another 2x4 to the floor. And it may go all the way to the ceiling. I haven't decided yet. And there may be another shelf up here and probably multiple shelves down here. But I know the kiln's going right there because you can see there's my 220 plug, which I showed you guys earlier. My garbage can's going there, and we'll probably have multiple shelves here. I got a lot of stuff to put in this small little area, but for right now, you guys can kind of see where I was at. Check these jigs out. This is the company of this. I bought this for my dad a lot of years ago, and he's never used it, so I'm using it. Check those out. It's pretty awesome, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. It's like way easier to like essentially toenail or toe screw, however you want to, whatever you want to call it, with this jig. Just makes a better hole. A lot easier to get the screws in and out. And literally, that thing came with screws, but I've been using these right here. And they're 3-inch. These are the only screws I use, you guys. Star bits. It's the only screws I use. I don't even try to use Phillips. If I can meet that guy, I'd beat him up because I hate Phillips screws. Star bits, only way to go. These are 3-inch, like I said, because earlier I was having a tough time getting this board in. There was just, it just wouldn't get to the studs all the way. These seem to be working pretty good. I will tell you, like running this way into the face of this, the end of my screws kind of popped through. I just beat them over with my hammer. I was gonna grind them flush. I didn't want to walk to my other garage, so I just took a hammer and beat them over. It's just storage, you guys. This isn't like finished work. It's just rough in so that I can get all my wife's pottery stuff in here, and our inflatable kayaks and all of that I just have stacked over here. So yeah, small improvements, you guys. Baby steps every day, one step at a time, trying to make something better. That's kind of where we're at. We're gonna get this last board right here, put up here, and since it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm probably gonna go to bed and regroup in the morning, try to figure out how I'm gonna sheet all this. And more than likely what I'm gonna do is go get my wife's kiln and put it right there, so when she pulls in tomorrow, when she tries to pull in tomorrow and opens this garage door, she can see what we're working on and that her kiln and her pottery stuff's gonna be in this garage now. So this will be her little shop area, kind of like I got my big shop area. So it's kind of where we're at, you guys. We're still on this little garage. I'm trying to knock some of this out, but my wife just came back from Missoula. They're out playing some darts, so I'm gonna go play some darts with them. But I gotta pick up this mess so we can park our cars in here. So let me show you what I got going on. Got all my sheeting. I went and bought like 16 2x4s, and I'm just literally throwing this stuff back up on the shelf, you guys. This is not what's gonna go up there. I just need to get it off the floor and out of the way. But you guys can see I've sheeted this one and this shelf. So now I have 2 shelves. I got my wife's angels back up here. Those were her mother's. Her mother died of cancer quite a few years ago. But they're just really sentimental to her. That's why they're here. And I think her pottery stuff, she'll be able to make. This is essentially the kind of stuff she'll be making with her kiln and stuff. So the kiln will go there. Obviously the garbage can is gonna stay there, but the kiln will go there. That stuff's going away. All this stuff's going away. Most of this is going out to my shop, where I'm gonna make a new home for it. I'm just trying to throw it back in here because you guys can see I got a mess still. And it has been blowing and snowing and cold and miserable out today, you guys. I don't know if you can see it out there, but you can't even see the ski or the mountains or nothing. So a little rough outside. I don't want to scrape windows in the morning because I do got to go to work. That's why I'm kind of trying to pick up and get this stuff out of the way. But you guys can see where I'm kind of headed. This one will be open, you guys. But I'm gonna tie these lower legs back. There's gonna be a bunch of shelves in here. Spots for bean shoe boards to hang right here. Spot for that little wagon. This thing's awesome. Yeah, so I'm just trying to put this stuff back for now, but you guys can kind of see where I'm going. There's probably going to be another shelf up here. That's why I left these long, you guys. I couldn't decide if I wanted another shelf. I think I am going to do one more up top, because she's got like 2 pallets of these molds to make these kind of things. So yeah, I don't think this is going to be enough right here and right here. I think she's going to need a whole nother row. That corner, yeah, and we still have I got inflatable kayaks that I got to find somewhere out here. And I do have the spot behind the door. I think I'm going to put propane tanks back there. Yeah, we got a little ways to go, but I'm getting there, you guys. Slowly I'm picking at this. We're going to get this somewhat organized, or at least have some storage for her molds so we can clean up Dylan's shop, because they're in Dylan's shop right now. And he needs his shop to work on stuff, so he's not in my garage all the time. And yeah, his car's currently sitting in my shop broken. So hopefully I can remedy his issue tomorrow at work. So we'll see. That's kind of how far I made it, you guys. I'll show you guys when I get back on this. I'm going to try to kind of pick at this during the week and get a lot of this stuff from here into my shop and clear this out for my wife's kiln and mold stuff. So this will be her little working shop slash kind of family stuff in here. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. It's super easy, you guys. This is nothing fancy. This is literally just storage for those molds. So, but it's got to be done, and we just got to organize. I got a bunch of stuff over here that I got to organize too. Sleds. I'm gonna probably take this down. I'm gonna build shelving over here too. So pretty much all the way around this garage, I'm gonna have some kind of shelving just to clean it up so it's more usable, user-friendly. I got a bunch of stuff over there I got to move to, bikes, and I'm gonna build bike racks along that wall that kind of like angled so I can still open the door on my truck. Yeah, well, that's kind of where I'm at, you guys. I'll show you throughout the week and probably into next weekend what I'm doing. Once I get this done, we're getting back on the beep, you guys. Unless I have another paying customer that shows up. That beep's next on my list. I got a ways to go on it still, but yeah, hopefully we'll get there. I'm hoping to have that thing at least up and running and driving by the end of the summer. I'm hoping. I need another Jeep tub. Anybody out there got another Jeep tub? I mainly need the door openings and maybe the back part too. The one I have is rough. I could probably fix it, but I do need another Jeep tub. So if someone has one out there, please contact me, let me know. You guys know I'm not trying to spend any money on this thing, so cheap, even if it's crap, let me know. I don't want to try to repop the door molding part. Like, trying to build that part is gonna be tough, and if you buy the whole piece, it's more than I'm willing to spend on this project, you guys. I'm trying to do it on the super cheap, just so you guys can see some fabrication stuff of a vehicle from me. So let me know, you guys. It's Friday night after work. I'm back on my little garage. I'm trying to get the shelving up. I'm getting close. I'm just being very particular about where I'm putting stuff, trying to use all the room I can and put the stuff where we need it. So that's kind of where I made it, you guys. So I think last time you saw I had this one up, so I got this shelf up. I'm literally just kind of putting this stuff up here, kind of deciding where I want it. You guys know I told you all this stuff's coming out. It's mainly going to be, there's going to be other stuff in here. I kind of did this tonight. Well, I got that lower shelf up, that cut, and then I built this little one here. It's got our bean shoe boards. Bean shoe is kind of like cornhole. It was around way before cornhole was. We used to play this way back in the day. Then they came out with cornhole. So yeah, so those are our bean shoe boards. Then we got this little cart here. I'm trying to fill something. I'm going to probably fill this with something, just because there's a little bit of heat from here, to keep that from getting burnt. I'll probably put a top on this so I can stack other stuff up here if I want. I'm getting there. I also put that runner in down there so I could tie these legs into it. This leg and the leg over here, just for some rigidity so it doesn't move. I am going to put that block under there because these are a couple of screens that I pulled off my house where my air conditioner goes. I want to keep them around. I just didn't put them back in yet. So I'm going to make a little spot there. I'm going to leave that block down there, figure out some way to screw it in. I'll probably put another block like that here. So someday if my wife's kiln never goes somewhere else, I can put other shelves or something in here, and my cleat will already be there in the wall. So I'll be able to add more shelves. I left this big for right now, you guys. I'm probably going to put another shelf in here eventually, because these 3 shelves is kind of where I think my wife's pottery stuff's going to go. These 3 and maybe this one, because I don't want her to have to lift up too high to get this stuff. I'm going to reorganize a little bit. I think I'm going to put our new kayaks over there, inflatable kayaks. And then I'm going to make chair mounts over here behind the door in that little hole. So yeah, then I'm going to make bike racks along here. And then my air compressor, I think, is going to go right there on a shelf because I got a plug right there. That way the kids have a way to air up tires. I can use it in my house to do molding and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of where we're getting. I got to move all this stuff to my shop, you guys. I literally want to get this done. Then I'll start moving everything in my shop and build shelves and stuff out there for most of that stuff. I am going to put one more shelf up top here, you guys. And I think what I'm going to do for now is put that shelf, because there's no way my wife can ever reach it. And I'll put all this, just like spray paint cans and stuff that I got. Same guy I got all the press from, my grinder, all that stuff. The guy I work with, his dad died. He gave me all this spray paint. They were going to throw it out. And I'm like, I'll take it, whatever. There's WD-40, layout dye, Dykem in there. There's all sorts of stuff. And that's wiring for my big black Jeep when I put the LT1 and the throttle body 350 in it originally. So yeah, all that's going to go away. But I think I'm going to put it up on this top shelf because I'm going to make one more shelf up here. And my thought is too, in the future, when I get these out of here, I can take those cushions and I can put them up here. I can put them too high all the way across that top. They're up and out of the way during the winter. We can pull them out in the summer. Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. That's kind of what I'm doing. I'll show you guys when I get this thing closer to being wrapped up. I'm getting closer every day. I gotta go deal with my man basket again tomorrow. The guy wants to make some modifications. I thought I was done with it, but he called me yesterday. I got back to him today. Well, he texted me. Asked if I can make a couple modifications. I was like, yeah, I suppose. I want the customer to be happy. So of course I'm going to do whatever he wants me to do. Because customers are always right in my book. Make what they want, not what I would do. So that's kind of what you get when you come to me. So that's what we're going to do for him. I think I'm hoping his forklift's there so he can just set it on my trailer and I can bring it back here. And I'll have to figure out some way to tip it up, and I'm gonna have to do all the work on my trailer because I literally can't lift this thing. I tried to record putting that man basket in there, you guys. Oh my gosh, it was bad. I had blocks and jacks and my winch cable and all sorts of stuff. I had to lift it in a trailer, it was like a dump trailer that was like, not really a dump trailer, but it had sides on it. And it was at least 2 foot off the ground. So I'd get that thing 2 foot in the air to get it in that trailer. It was a miserable nightmare. Yeah, almost dropped it a couple times off the blocks. It was sketchy. I wish I would have recorded it. You guys would have got a good laugh out of it, but he got it there, so now I'm going to bring it back out here and I got to modify some stuff, which is all right because I want it to work for him and I want it to work right. So we'll see what happens. If I got to buy any more metal, I'll probably just charge him for the metal, and depending on how much time I got into it, I'll probably give it to him either at a discounted rate or I'll just eat the labor because I want it right for him. He paid some good money for it and I want it right so it works for him. I don't want any of his employees or him getting hurt. So we'll see where we go with that. We were kind of talking about it. He asked me, sounds like he's willing to pay me. So, which is fine, or I might just eat the labor like I said, you guys. So we'll see where we get with that. I'm going to try to finish this. I'm hoping tomorrow. I do got to go deal with that man basket and I really want to get back on the Veep. I got that other fender to finish up on that too. So I did pick up a cool little project today. The guy paid me today for it, or start of it. It's like an old, it's an MG, I think it is. It's like, it reminds me of like a little Porsche. It's like an older car, and he wants me to build the roll bar for the car because it's not in it. So I'm gonna buy the metal. He gave me some money up front, so I'm gonna buy the metal. He's gonna have the car up here next week. He's got some painting and stuff to do. He's restoring it for his wife, it sounds like. So that's gonna be a cool project. I'm pretty excited to do that. I've never worked on a really old car like that, so it'll be kind of cool. I'm literally just gonna build a stock roll bar out of my pipe. He said it's more for looks, to make it look like the original car, than actually if it rolls over. So, which is good. It's kind of just a hoop like that, and it has 2 down bars and 4 plates on the floor. So should be pretty quick and easy. I'm hoping. We will see though. He's gonna paint it the same color as the car. So we'll see when you guys stick with me. We'll get to that one. It's coming. It's probably a couple weeks out before it makes it to my house. So you guys will probably see it maybe a week or two after that. If we go all the way through with it. He did pay me for the money, for the metal. So I'm pretty sure he's all in, which is good. Like getting money up front for metal so I don't have to cover it myself. Yeah. So a little rundown of what's going to happen here in the next few weeks, you guys. But we're going to finish this first. I'm about done. I'm getting close. I still got a lot of stuff here. I think I'm going to have to go buy more 2x4s again because I'm running out in order to build that top shelf. I got 1, 2 and a half. So, and I need a cleat down there. I'm going to put it in so it's there so I can make this rack over here. I'm going to need at least maybe 6 or 8 more, I'm guessing. But we're getting there.